Hey everyone, Jake here for American Trucks, and in this video we're taking a look at the Overland Utility Bed Rack in Sandy Black, fitting 2014 to 2024 Ram 2500 and 3500s without the Ram Box option. This is perfect for the heavy-duty Ram owner who wants to make their truck more capable. Whether you're after a tent platform, a place to mount recovery gear, or the ability to take more tools to a job site, this rack has got what you're after. It's a cool setup with a solid weight capacity that comes in at a comparatively low price too. Whether you're looking for a platform for a tent, a rack for your ladders, or somewhere to mount recovery gear, this Overland rack has got what you're after. Now this is a modular rack, so you have the flexibility to mount pretty much anything you want to it, within reason of course. You can mount jerry cans on the side for extra fuel, shovels, or other recovery gear, pop on some ladders to take them to your job site, or really whatever you can think of. The possibilities are almost endless here, provided you stay within the weight limit, which for this setup is 800 pounds max. And that is enough to mount a tent and camp in it if you're looking for such a thing. This is also going to retain full use of your bed space too, and while you're giving up some vertical height, you still get full access to your bed, and it is also height adjustable, giving you between 16 and 22 inches in total height. So you can customize this to fit your exact needs. Not only that, but it looks pretty cool too. You've got a bit of an industrial type of aesthetic here, and it helps add some attitude to your bed space. So this is one of the times when form and function truly go hand in hand. The pieces are all made from stainless steel, which is then powder coated in this sandy black finish you see here for additional protection and good looks. And suffice it to say, this thing is pretty hefty. The material and the powder coat mean that it should last you a long time, and it'll be able to stand up to whatever you can throw at it. Now I only have a few pieces of it up here on the table for me, as it simply isn't all gonna fit, but it does come with everything you need to get this fitted to your truck. Pricing is going to come in at about $1,200, placing it decidedly on the more affordable end of the spectrum when it comes to bed racks. And I think the flexibility here combined with that solid weight rating really make this a good choice for someone who's looking for capability but doesn't want to spend too much money. Installation is going to get a 2 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you around 2 hours to complete. Now as you can see, most of that difficulty and time is going to go towards assembling this thing, as once you have it together, it is just going to bolt right onto your bed, no modifications needed. With that though, let's head on out to the shop. We'll show you how to put this together and then get it installed on your truck.
For this install, you need a drill, a ratchet, a 5mm Allen socket, a 16 and 13mm socket, the supplied Allen key, 3/8 drill bit, 13mm wrench, and a clamp.
All right, so we're gonna be installing a bed rack on our Ram, so let's get started. So we're gonna be assembling this on the floor before we put it into our truck. So we're gonna start with our 2 top side rails. You'll see them with the 3 middle pieces, and then we have our 3 crossbars that will attach to each of those on either side. So we're gonna start by assembling one over here. So we have our Allen bolts, and then we're gonna do a lock washer, flat washer, and then our nut on the inside. So as you can see, we now just have it upside down just to give you a better view. We put our crossbar over our sidebar, our bolt, lock washer, and flat washer. Put that through, and then put our nut on the inside. Do the same thing for the other side. All right, as you can see, this does adjust like so. So we're just gonna leave this actually snug for now, so that when we go to put it in the truck, we can adjust if we need to go in or out. Now you just go ahead and do the same thing for the other 5 mounting locations. We just do the same thing on the other side. So we still have this upside down for right now. You'll see we have our front and rear crossbar. They are the same. They're gonna go on the same way. Just put our 2 slots in our side crossbars. And it's the same hardware, same stack up, Allen bolt, lock washer, flat washer, and then our nut on the inside. And once again, we're just going to leave these loose for any adjustment we may need. These go ahead and do the same thing for the other 3 mounting locations. Now we can start assembling our side rails. So we have our main middle piece. You will see that with the logo. Just remember this is upside down, so you just want to orient it correctly. We're gonna have a foam piece that will attach to the middle piece here. And then we have our bottom base with our top piece. Our top will slide into the base. And then with our foam here, it'll connect through these 2 holes on the side. And it's all the same thing for the other 3 mounting locations too. Just want to make sure everything's oriented correctly. The base plates, make sure that the mounting points are facing inwards. So we're going to start, we're going to peel the backing off of our double-sided tape for our foam and put that over our mounting holes here. Like I said, we're going to have this in here, just line up with these top 2 holes here, and these bottom 2 holes on this. And then these holes will line up with those also. All the same hardware. So we're gonna grab our Allen bolt, lock washer, flat washer, and then our nut, and secure them all together. So we're gonna have 2 on the inside here, 2 on the outside. And we're gonna get these with our washers on. Gonna lift this up, and then they're gonna come through the middle and the front, like so. Nuts on the inside. All right, then we can get the other 3 corners assembled, and then we can tighten everything down. Now we're gonna just tighten down our 4 that we can access on either side. We'll tighten down the other 2 that are on the outside once we get it mounted to the rest of the frame, just to make it a little bit more easier. So we're gonna grab our ratchet 5mm Allen socket. We also have a regular 5mm Allen, a 13mm socket, and wrench.
Use our Allen wrench to hold the inside of these. Do the same thing on the other side. Once you have this done, you can go ahead and assemble the other side the same way. Now we're gonna get our side pieces that we just assembled into the top of our rack. So it's gonna go in our slots here and here. You're gonna see the four longer slots on the sides and the bottoms. That's where our hardware will go, here and here. We're gonna use the same hardware, so we have our Allen bolt, or the lock washer and the flat washer, and then our nut on the inside. So we'll get these lined up, get these in here, get two on our sides on either end, and then we'll be able to install the bottom ones just by lifting it up a little bit. Now this is why we left everything loose, just so you can move it around and get everything lined up. Now that we have our sides loosely in, we're just gonna lift up, put our two through the bottom end. And put our nuts on. Same thing on the other side. Once you have this side all loosely installed, you can go to repeat the same thing on the other side. Now, just ignoring the four that we just put in each corner, we're gonna go ahead and tighten all of the other bolts that we left loose on the inside crossbars right here and the two lateral bars that run forward and back. So we're gonna grab our ratchet, 5mm Allen, and 13mm wrench, tighten everything down. All right, just keep continuing to tighten all the way down.
Now that we have these mounted up, we're going to tighten our two that we left loose in the middle here. A ratchet 5mm Allen, 13mm socket. And then on our base plate here, we have our foam. So pull your double side backing off. Just center it up, place it right over. And you go ahead and do those same steps in the other 3 mounting locations and for the other bolts. All right, now we have our rack flipped over to the correct orientation. What we're gonna do next is get a buddy and just help lift it up over the bed. It's why we left these corners loose, so you will be able to move them in and out and adjust properly. Now, once you decide where you want your bed rack located in the bed, we just need to mount it. Now, you will notice that the flange is a little bit flexed up. That's normal. And then in some cases, during the welding process, the metal likes to bend a little bit. It's no big deal. What we're gonna do is just grab a piece of cardboard just to protect the powder coat and a clamp. Just clamp it down tight. That'll flatten it out, so now we can drill our locating holes and mount our hardware. Now in our case, we're not gonna drill and modify our truck, but what you wanna do is grab your drill and your 3/8 drill bit, drill through the bed side here, open up the holes. Then we have our T-bolts that will go through the inside and come out. And on the outside, you're gonna have a lock washer, flat washer, and then your nut. And then you can tighten that down with a ratchet and 16mm socket. Now you're gonna wanna do the same thing with the clamp and drilling on all 3 other locations, and then we can tighten down the top of our rack. Once you have all 4 of the bottom mounting locations located and secured, we're just gonna tighten each corner. So we're gonna go to the 4 that we left loose, grab our ratchet and 5mm Allen, and 13mm wrench, and tighten them down. All right, let's go ahead and do the same thing in the other 3 corners. And that wraps up our install of our Overland utility bed rack, Sandy Black, for our 2014 and newer Ram 2500 without the Ram box. And remember, for everything Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.